is Indy Propaganda. I'm Valerie Green.
And I'm Joy Mills.
And today we are here with our good friend, Peyton Cox.
Hi, everyone.
She's
Peyton, how are you doing?
yeah, how are you?
Good. Just chilling in the studio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Nice.
Peyton works in music retail and manages some lessons and stuff. So we thought we'd check in and see what's going on the music retail side of things. So what's the current state of affairs with you?
It's nuts. I mean, there's so much going on. Just scrambling to get all the information that we, need and then basically just send it out to everyone who's taking lessons and just basically anyone who's coming into our building, just relaying that, information just because we're now, restricting hours. Lessons are online right now just to, help with that social distancing. So yeah, it's been wild to say the least. Yeah. Yeah.
Is your store in Indiana then?
Yeah, it's Northwest Indiana, so we're uh more so a part of like the Chicago district, just
Mhm.
because we're in the same time zone, I guess. Yeah.
Right.
hmm
Very cool.
So have you seen a boost in customers coming in or a boost in sales at all?
Yeah, actually, so because we're in the Chicago district, all of the stores have unfortunately had to just, close for the time being because they're obviously all in Illinois. So we inherited all of the customers the last couple days. It was kind of crazy because, we have to hit certain goals every day, and we've been hitting them because everyone's literally traveling, to our store to come buy stuff. So that's cool, at least.
Wow. Yeah, that's surprising. So are
Yeah.
you still going into work right now?
Yeah, I am. Today is thankfully my day off. Tomorrow is too, but yeah, yep, I've been going in like normal.
Wow. I so I know we're using Zoom right now to record all these podcasts and you're going to be using this too for lessons, right?
Yes, they decided to use Zoom to record all of the lessons, which is pretty cool. I haven't gotten to see one in person yet, but from what I hear and from what I'm seeing here, it's pretty cool. And yeah, and you can use microphones, which is really nice. Actually, this kind of helped me gain more confidence into us using this as a tool for our lessons. So thank you.
Yeah,
Good.
Zoom has been awesome. I've been really impressed with how easy it is to use and how easy it is to set up and get like moving on it. I mean, it'll take you like 2 seconds to put your email in and set up an account and like you're ready to roll. So, and all you need is really an email address if someone has an account set up. But I think it's going to be such a useful tool for people in all different applications. And I can see it working really well for music lessons for sure.
Yeah, I really hope they implement this after the fact, after all of this craziness.
Yeah.
There's so many reasons that we could use this outside of just, a pandemic.
Yeah. It's crazy that's just a casual word in conversation now.
Yeah,
There's a
Yes.
pandemic.
this pesky pandemic.
Yeah.
Dang. So, Peyton, what are you doing to stay sane? I know you were talking about before Val jumped on, we were talking about how you may be buying a guitar. Have you heard of that, Val? It's a guitar and an ukulele, but it's like, can you explain what it is?
It's okay. It's the size of a ukulele. Okay.
Hmm.
It's strung like a guitar, and it's a fourth above a guitar. So it's just like putting a capo on the fourth fret.
I think I've seen those. They're just, yeah, it's basically just a tiny guitar. Ukulele only has what, like 4 strings or
Mm-hmm.
something? Yeah,
The
that's
normal
awesome.
normal six. Yeah. So
That'll
that's
be
been
fun.
fun. I've a lot of that. A lot of just like music production stuff to keep myself busy, uh, and catching up on shows like Lost.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a long series, a really long series, and I figured why not start something that will last a long time. So, yeah.
It will.
Finished it. I started watching it in college and never finished it because I graduated and then totally forgot about it.
I didn't finish it either, so maybe I'll have to jump on that too. We can
Do it.
Netflix party watch it.
I haven't even seen it. So
It was pretty exciting when it came out. But
Yeah.
yeah, somehow like I got lost from it. What was going on too?
you got lost and
Yes.
lost.
Follow it. If you don't, you're gonna get lost.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So Peyton, how do you think this whole pandemic is going to affect the music retail industry? Do you think it's going to continue to soar, or do you think people are going to run out of money, or what are your thoughts on that?
So, I don't know. So I think that people are still gonna be buying online. Like that's gonna happen a lot.
Yeah.
Possibly what I think might be the problem with just like anyone who orders stuff online, whether it's through us, someone else, what have you, they're not realizing that like it's still going to take a longer time to ship things out and get things to your house just because there's less people working. There's only certain people working certain amount of hours. So it's yeah, it's not going to be all that great just for sales, but I think we'll still be, keeping afloat just because of online orders. So I don't know. I'm interested to see how everything plays out in the next couple weeks, but I do know anyone ordering things, it's gonna take a little bit longer just because of everything that's going on right now. So
Yeah, Val and I ordered an interface over a week ago, and it's still not here. It just says
Oh yeah.
yeah, it just says shipping label created, so it's still up.
I
Yeah.
that whoever you may have ordered it with
Yes.
is taking time to, get it out because of who they might have on staff or not. Yeah.
That makes
Well,
me feel better.
we don't need it anytime soon, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I should just return it at this point.
Don't do that.
We won't be seeing anyone in person for a while, and that's why
Mm-mm.
so when we record our podcast, our audio podcast, we usually sometimes we usually always talk to three people with Joy and I and someone sometimes four. So we've been kind of rigging up her interface on her laptop and mine on mine, or aggregate devices, and it's just caused a lot of problems. So we're like, we'll just get a 4-channel interface, which they're kind of a little bit more expensive. And
Yes.
I mean, Indy Propaganda is not exactly rolling in it yet. So we held off buying it, and then we had enough money from our supporters and we bought it, and then this happened. So we're like, well, let's figure out Zoom like everybody else in the world. And so this has actually been great because we're getting to add audio, and everyone can see your lovely face
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
Joy's
Cool.
lovely face. But yeah, I can imagine the rush that you had when Illinois shut down, because people are probably like, I'm gonna be stuck in my house. I need to stock up on my equipment.
Oh yeah, and I mean it's not just Illinois too. It's people from Michigan because I mean where we're at, I think it's maybe an hour and a half
Mhm.
from the Michigan border. So you got people coming from Michigan, people from Illinois, wherever coming to our store. So I imagine people, coming from like I don't know. I want to say Ohio, but I feel like that's like way too far. But still, yeah, it's a lot of people. I'm
Yeah.
surprised.
And so you're also a musician yourself. Are you guys how is the band kind of
Good. Yeah.
dealing with stuff? Are you going to virtually be able to get together and work on stuff?
um, yeah, so I actually live with one of my bandmates, so that's kind of nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been writing together, which is nice. My other bandmate slash other band, because I have two bands.
Hmm.
um, we've been kind of writing separately. We haven't considered the Zoom video yet, but that's probably a good idea, or I guess just FaceTime since it would just be two of us. Um, but yeah, we've been sending stuff back and forth, and we have this Google Drive attached to our email, of course. So, anytime we come up with ideas, we just send it to that Google Drive, and they can make comments or yeah, all the cool stuff that you can do with Google Drive, which is nice.
Yep, that's what we do.
Yeah, it's so cool. Love that app.
Yeah, it's super helpful. We've been doing that. We've been using that for a while. Valerie introduced me to using that as like a tool because, like, before, whenever I would rehearse with a band, it would just be like whenever we were together. But she showed me how you can implement like just trading tracks and then just like you get a lot done that way. So I think we're going to see a lot of people utilizing that in the next few weeks.
Make adjustments. So like if you put lyrics on there or something like that, you can all make adjustments, the comments and stuff like that. So it really helps in the writing process like that. I don't think that my two bandmates have an interface or anything like that. So it's mostly just them sending, like videos or audio recordings from their phone. But I can actually send them tracks if I make any.
Awesome. So what are you listening to recently? I've been asking guests what they're listening to during this time, and they're all like telling me that they're not listening to music. So I figure
Which is
hopefully,
interesting.
I know, I'm like, hopefully Peyton will be listening to something.
Yeah. Okay. So recently I got into this band called Bill Murray, but it's, yeah, it's one word. It's I don't know what's it. What is the spelling? It's like Bilmuri. And I cannot describe what kind of music it is because it's like this weird, um, metal, not metal slash. I don't know. It has like elements of electronic and hip hop or whatever, but it's really cool. It's actually the I don't know if either of you would know this band, but Attack Attack.
I've
They
heard of it. I haven't listened.
So it's the front man for that, for like old Attack Attack, and I don't know, he just like makes his own music now. So I've been listening to that, a lot of Turnover, a lot of I the Mighty, of course, because Brent Wall. Uh, you know, I know I'm obsessed. Okay,
A little
uh,
bit. Your whole Twitter feed is
I know.
it's hyping other people up, and then I the Mighty the rest of the time.
Yeah, as it
Yeah.
should be.
The other thing, the other thing I wanted to ask you is, um, you tour managed for Lily Madeleine, who we just had on the podcast a couple months ago. Um, how do you see this affecting the touring industry?
It's not great. It's definitely not great. A lot of my friends right now are not working because of this. Um, but the best way, the best way to help people out or help musicians, touring musicians, is to buy their merch. And I have said that a couple times on my Twitter and stuff. You know, even when you're touring, it the merch money goes directly to the artist. So the more people that buy stuff while you're at the table, like the better, because that's money towards gas, food, all that good stuff. So if that means buying vinyl, buying tapes, CDs, even just like MP3s, whatever, like do it if you have the money, because it's truly going to help these artists a lot. Yeah. So I definitely believe in buying merch during this time, and hopefully, people will get back to touring pretty soon. Yeah.
Have you spoken with them at all? I know that, it's crazy. I have friends in Nashville hit with the tornado and then this right after. Are they doing okay?
Yeah. I think Madeline told me that she was actually going back to Indianapolis. So that's good. So she's going to be with the rest of the family, which is nice. But yeah, they're all good. We haven't really like talked about anything going on in the world right now. It's mostly just like, hey, how are you? And
Checking in.
checking in. Yeah.
Good.
Love that.
Yeah, it was sad. My friend in Nashville, it's like, wow. He's like, I forgot that we had a tornado like 2 weeks ago. Like, wow, how quickly do you just forget, a
Right.
major catastrophe when another one's right after it? And I mean, it's really sad to think about the people that in Nashville and how hard that city is being hit with musicians and the tourism industry, service industry. Then you've got people that were affected by the tornado too. So anyone from Nashville, like really, I'm I'm feeling for them pretty hard right now.
Absolutely. Definitely.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what else to ask you, Peyton. I feel like I know so much about you already.
Biased.
I am biased.
It's okay.
Val, did you have any other questions?
No, I don't think so. I'm just really kind of still keeping an eye on the retail industry because I don't know if at this time of recording if those stores are still going to be open. So definitely pivoting to an online store and having that in place is really going to be a saving grace for a lot of retail stores in general. But hoping that musicians stay productive and creative, and that keeping you guys hopping too
Yeah, no, I'm
correctly.
always up for like, anyone sending me things. I know Joy, like before this, Joyce is sending me all kinds of original music to work on. So I'm down to do or create whatever. Like, let's, make music happen. It's meant to be shared. So yeah, let's make it happen.
Awesome.
Definitely. All right. Well, thank you, Peyton, for coming on.
Thanks, Peyton. It's good to see your
Yeah.
face. Glad you're doing all right.
All right.
All righty. See
Bye.
ya. Bye.